Alright, you guys. So, my old subscribers will know, but the people that are new to my channel probably don't know, but I love my motorcycles. And this is a 2011 Police Electra Glide that I mildly customized back in 2014. And I've put 98,000 miles on it. It had 552 miles on it when I got it. It's got 98,460 something now. So I've put 98,000 miles on it. These bikes, these touring bikes from that time period had air shocks on them. And in 2017, Harley started putting adjustable shocks on these touring bikes. So these are the factory style air shocks, and they've been on here for, these aren't the original shocks, but these shocks probably been on here in excess of 50,000 miles, and they feel like it too. It rides a little rough, so I'd wanted to upgrade to some kind of more conventional style shock, and they're just so daggone expensive. Well, I was messing around on Marketplace a week or so ago and just happened to find a guy who was working on a 2020 Road Glide that had around 500 miles on it, and he had the factory set of shocks for sale. So I talked to him and ended up getting these. So we're gonna put these on. So this is a 2020 shock, but they come on any 2017 and up touring bike. So we're gonna change these out. So it should be pretty straightforward. The right hand shock looks actually quite a bit smaller. The adjustments in the left hand shock. So I know the right hand is not going to be a problem. The left hand, on the other hand, might be having some kind of clearance issues with the inside of the bag, but we'll find out. So that's what we got. Sun came out and that's my picture up. But so that's what we got right now. And so we're going to start changing these out. Now, what you want to do is you want to put a jack up under your bike so that when you undo your shock bolt, the suspension won't settle and your shock mounts don't match up with your shock. So we've got the thing on a jack. We've got the top bolt out. Take the bottom bolt out and we'll show you more. Alright, so I noticed I got a little ahead of myself. So I put the top bolt back in so I can undo the air line. The bolts on this thing are 3/4. The air line is a 7/16. And we're just going to take it off. I think we're just going to put the air lines up under the seat and not worry about taking them off the bike at this time. But we'll see how that goes. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so something I see right off the gate is the new shocks are about 1 inch shorter than the old shocks, which I got to looking and it's marked low, so evidently they have different lengths. That's still not going to bother me any. I mean, I'm a tall guy. The factory height of this bike doesn't bother me at all. But being a little bit lower, I think it's not going to make that much difference. So we're going to put them on. I'm more about the ride than the ride height, so we'll see what's up with that. But the deal about the jack, I have to let the jack down now because the shock won't fit because the bike is too high. So we'll get the jack let down and see how it goes. All right, now so the jack is all the way down, and we need to jack it up just a little bit because the shock bolt does not quite line up. So hang on. All right, so we got the height adjusted to where it'll tighten up, or the bolts will bolt right in. So all this packing material around the shocks, they look nasty, but they're not really. It's just the peanuts that they were packed in had abrased on them a little bit, so all that dust got on them. But just need to blow off, it'll be all right. Alright, so that takes care of this side. I know if you guys got Harleys, you know how these bags come off. It's turn these little things, little twist lock. And you should close the lid back up and pick it off, which I can't do with one hand. My bike is dirty, it's been sitting in the shop for a minute, so hang on. And there you go, there's the other side coming off. Alright, so we're going to loosen the airline and take it off before we loosen the bolts of the shock up. Alright, so take this last bolt out, and there's the shock. Let me get this started, hang on. Alright, so we got the top bolt started, and here again we have to jack it up a little bit to get the weight off and get this shock bolt lined up. Alright, so we got the shock bolt all lined up. And as you can see, we still got the air lines hanging under here, and they're on the fender strut tab. We're probably just going to leave these hanging for the time being, and maybe throw a zip tie on them, and we'll remove these next time we have the seat off. Alright, so they're all installed, and as you can see, here's the adjustment knob here, and there's no clearance issues at all. So direct bolt on. Let's say these shocks come off of a 2020, and we put them on a 2011. I'm guessing they probably go on any touring bike, say 2,000 up. That's just a guess, but that's what they look like. Let's get the bags back on, see what it sits like. Alright, so that's the install all done. I don't know if I can actually tell. I'm an inch lower. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Like I said, I didn't really care about that part of it. But, like I said, I'm a tall guy. And sitting the bike on the center stand. My knee is, it's a very comfortable height. And I'm sure it's got to ride better than it did before. So that's how you change them to the newer model shocks. Thank you.